There's not a thing in the world that I can do to change this world except be my own self. And maybe there'll be somebody that notices it and says, wow, well, he's living his life. Maybe I should too. I'm just a little drop in the ocean. Everybody's just a little drop in the ocean. I left home because during my life there were certain incidents that happened that upset this American balance. Graduate from school, go to college, get a job, raise a family, visit the in-laws, you know, a roundabout thing like that. Well, too many things happened to upset that. I think too many kids have been pressured by their parents to be something they don't want to be. It wasn't because it's the in thing to have, or it's this year's style. It's things that are pleasing to my eye.
I'm a full-time practicing white magician. My religious attitude is magically orientated. It's all a matter of obtaining one's goal or understanding. All of us are trying to do what we have to do in the time that we have to do it and come out with good karma. And I chose magic to do it.
Do you generally believe in astrology? Hands.
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, I gotta read you this. I found this thing about Scorpio. You're a Scorpio? I am too, as a matter of fact.
Watch out for Scorpio.
This is from a book on astrology.
I like to be an individualist to an extent, even though I'm sort of like everybody else in a way too.
To be an individual, you have to throw out things that you may love, things like that, and you may be alone for a long time.
I don't know, I'm an artist, so therefore I'm an arty person, so the things I do don't fall in line as much with straight people, and to be, average and so forth is not really where it's at.
Marijuana develops great lung power.
Rolling.
6 months in jail for, doing something that just relaxes you. The drugs help the hippies express themselves. I don't think that anybody should give President Johnson, LSD. Whew. All I want, my desires out of the whole thing, is just to be left to do what I felt like doing. Are you a musician looking for a band?
Doing what? Being able to do
Bass guitar, lead guitar, drums, anything. We got several things.
Do they need a singer?
No, I don't think anybody needs a singer.
Civilization is falling apart. It's coming apart, like the crust is disintegrating. I see horror and fantastic joy. It's really pushed stuff. It's a very desperate time. This is not like a time of normalcy. This ain't Eisenhower's America no more. It's this. It's the land faults. And it's that kind of thing. Minds are up for grabs. It's up for grabs. Civilization's up for grabs. I think everybody knows it. And the image, to me, is the sun comes up and the city burns down.
I was going to ask you something. Do you ever, as a group, ever get asked to endorse a political candidate the way actors do, or certain singers?
We have.
Have you?
Usually try not to. How many of them have you seen that you would endorse?
You just breed them, you incubate them, you feed them corn. And when it's time to cut the throat, you say, sorry, baby, but profit is our most important product. Whack!
The work virtue is dead as an American virtue, really. I mean, who's going to have to work 40 hours a week in 10 years besides doctors? People are going to have new ways to relax and enjoy themselves and enjoy each other.
We gotta burn the world. We gotta search for love.
The thought that some kid could drop acid and see God and find peace and calm and be a happy person, and this thought is does away with every institutional approach to right living that there is.
That's celestial majesty. That's the grandeur of being alive. That you can be all the way up. You could be the sun.
I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes.
Well, how was the festival in general? Would you consider it a success? Everybody said there was some feeling about it. Was the sound okay, and could everybody hear? And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I sing mostly about love and things that I can understand.
Like, about 2 nights ago, that place up there was the second biggest city in New York.
Yeah.
And had no violence.
Did the mayor show up? Did your parents all know where you are? Do any of you have
Parents?
No, we all, of course.
You know, just go up there with the I don't care attitude, you know, and not get up there and worry, oh gee. And if they don't like it, then fine. There's a limit to a voice. It's not a limit to an instrument. There's a limit to a voice. Depends on who the person is.
Could you sing me a mellow tune right now, just a cappella, and see what your voice sounds like when you're not screaming? Anything.
Nah, I don't know if I could do that.
What if the audience doesn't react tonight?
Who cares? I'm gonna do it anyway. It's my attitude.
I prayed to a God I did not believe existed to show me a sign that there's a reason to go on living. Within 24 hours, I was invited to a party where I was given LSD for the first time. And I closed my eyes. I was in the dark and going toward the light. And the light was God. Every conflict and polarity was resolved in this spiritual rebirth canal. And I could see that gray brought the opposites together. And so I decided that would be my mission as an artist, to bring the opposites together, and I changed my name to Gray. The artist's hand holds a spiritual tool of evolutionary vision, and every creative act empowers every other creative act. Art is an echo of the creative force that birthed the galaxies. And creativity is the way that the cosmos evolves and communicates with itself. The great uplifting of humanity beyond its self-destruction is the redemptive mission of art.